my UNC family. Good evening to my political leader, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, members of the National Executive, my esteemed colleagues, and the wider viewing public. Thank you all for the support, as tonight we continue to put a spotlight on this shameless, clueless, corrupt PNM government. As my fellow councillor, former councillor colleague would have said, as you would have known, I come from the local government bench. And as she said, God and religion and people is close to my heart. After God and being in His presence, our home is our safe place, our sanctuary. This country is home to Calypso, Steel Band, yes, and the greatest show on earth, Carnival. But let's be honest, for 6 years now, our culture has been left exposed by this wicked government to exploitation. And as such, this country, as it's pertained to culture, is no longer a safe place. But yet, they want to create a safe zone to impress who, I ask you? When our artists have to leave their home to perform in other festivals across the world, who value their contributions more than we do? As we hold the key, this is our culture. Our artists are suffering, but yet this government don't hear cries. Their home is no longer safe. The honorable political leader of the United National Congress, Ms. Kamla Persad-Bissessar, gave $2 million in prize money to each respective winner. But this PNM government allocated $23 million to Faris Alwari, and yet nothing for the suffering artists. PNM, a blight, clueless, corrupt government. In our land of creatives, the PNM is showing how unimaginative and clueless they really are. In 2022, the Minister of Tourism is boasting of a taste of Carnival, like he didn't borrow, as we say, thief that line from KFC's 2021 Carnival promotion last year. Like they thought we wouldn't have noticed that blunder. How could they do us that? The land of Calypso, Steel Pan, and Carnival cannot host a safe festival. Whilst our artists perform in other festivals, they were prepared to go in Miami Carnival last year, October, and now they are preparing for Atlanta Carnival. They are not preparing for Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago, and we are the home to the greatest show on earth. Our artists are suffering and deserves to be treated with more respect as the most this government is not minded about the people suffering. This government is not people-oriented. This government is not culture-oriented. Meanwhile, citizens are shaking their heads in confusion, utter shock of the ill-thought-out plan of a safe zone carnival, which can only benefit a selected few. These Carnival 2022 plans have more cracks than the Mosquito Creek. The PNM government flip-flopped on Carnival from the very beginning, from Faris Alwari announcing murder of all carnivals, to the Prime Minister coming back and stating that he's not sure that there will be one. Then back again to him saying that there might be a safe zone version. To now this final NCC version leaves more questions than answers. Then of course now, we have, rightfully so, the Fed promoters expressing disinterest and disappointment in the PNM's approach. More crack, I tell you, than the Mosquito Creek. Which stakeholders did the ministry really consult with? Because the word from mass bands, wire benders, and artists is that it is already too late to host 2022 Carnival. 3 weeks is not enough. With the announcement being made on the 19th of January, the carnival industry is left with only 3 weeks. Viewers, 3 weeks to do the greatest show on earth. But the PNM thinks that is enough time. The PNM has continued to ignore the voices of our nation. with their continued dictatorship style of government. The UNC's position is that we don't need this right now. Let us focus on our nation's safety, on the cry of the people. Yes, we know our culture is important, but we need to be safe. We need to listen to what our stakeholders are saying. We need to be their voices. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to what our stakeholders are really saying. Master wirebender Richard Lira from Belmont was quoted in the Express article on 28 January 2022, and I quote, "3 weeks is not enough time to build a costume." Ronnie McIntosh of Ronnie and Caro Mass Band said, in an interview with the Express, that I have no idea what they mean by Carnival is on. The mass is not a today for tomorrow thing. It consists of long-term planning. So there's nothing we could do at this time. Even in our sister isle, the head of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, is of the opinion that government should forget about staging any kind of carnival activity for 2022, especially for Tobago, he says. It does not appear realistic or feasible. Clearly, the PNM is ignorant of these art forms, and so expect the entertainment industry to come running to half-baked ideas. This is disrespectful and foolish. Is this the objective of a taste of carnival? To benefit everyone else, I mean Faris, except for those who really rely on carnival as their livelihood? Apparently, it is easier for this government to approve party boats in the name of restaurants overnight on Boxing Day for Mr. Schoon, apparently the AG's best friend, than to invest energy and time and resources necessary to plan Carnival 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is that more time is needed to plan and execute a safe carnival, not just a taste to benefit the selected few. This is not a super deal from KFC. This is our culture, our lives, and our livelihoods. The PNM government, I say to you, the PNM government prefers to pay Faris Alwari $23 million. And look at the state of our roads. I will show you a video of the state of the roads in Murga Tableland and our bridges in Lengua Indian Walk. I tell you, if you see the state of our roads, after $178 million was awarded.
Hey. I'll show you something now. Oh, we had to put on the board on the pass, right? Like, start to really see that. You understand? Which one you enter, right? We did look. We do. Yeah, it's real terrible, boy. And we talking about the pieces going across, huh?
Yeah.
We fold back up all the pieces. Look, you see, we're using bowlers to pack it back up. To try and,
Yeah.
make sure we could pass them. We begging, we pleading for the longest while. Right? Look, our little cousin just taken. And we had to rush him to the hospital. Right? This is the only source in and out. If this is working,
It's a long.
where we go? We can't go through the front.
Oh.
The front condemn.
Right?
Yeah, we in the middle of both. By Robinson, we can't even go out in the front there. They totally could hardly walk. Right? And well, this is the only way out of here. It's at the Perrong Branch Road. It is not suitable. Because that road is, according to your vehicle, well, yeah, it suits the terrain. So it's not suitable. It's just here. And what you condition? We as the residents were still trying to patch it up and do a thing so we could come out. As I say, my little cousin now taking, and we had to rush him, What would happen if this
wasn't.
Wasn't it, you know? What that happened? The ambulance said even come in. You know? What's the condition of it? It's over terrible, man. It's over terrible. The first thing they're saying is COVID, it's COVID, they can't do this, they can't do that. But all kind of thing being done. What's this piece here, brother? What's this piece? I just drive a truck. Right? So I have to know how I come in with my truck. You dig? Watch here. Right? So this is the boards who are going, right? Road to road. And the ones who are going across, rotten out underneath that. So watch underneath that day. You understand? Gosh, man, and can't fix this. What you railing? Huh? It rotten off and fall off. The lucky the iron men, them ain't going with it yet. We put it on the side. It's over disgusting, man. The people living in here. You know? Children. You know? You understand? And the claim say the children
Nobody
is the future.
lives there.
Come on. Enough time when the trees and all branches breaking off constantly, falling on the bridge. Thank God it have fallen on a vehicle. Gosh, man. Or you do something. Please.
So as you see in that video, and that is one of the 5 bridges that I have in a deplorable state. We have Gloud Road, we have Edward Trace, we have Warwell, and we are calling on the Minister of Works to hear the cries of the citizens of Murga Tableland. We are asking you that $178 million that was awarded in 2017 and was supposed to be completed in 2019, come and have a look at what is going on. Projects that were completed are falling apart. Murga Tableland is coming similar to that Mosquito Creek. Everything is failing and falling apart underneath this wicked and corrupt PNM government. We need to hold them accountable for our taxpayers' dollars. Trinidad and Tobago, stand with the United National Congress. I say to you, if these people are not attending to our roadways, our hospitals, the lack of devices for our children, and also the failure of this government to support the entertainment industry, and the rest of the struggling citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, let's vote them out. The Prime Minister sympathizes with Faris Alwari's bank account and has preferred over the years to support him, his family, and his friends. Bold-faced corruption. What Worley is saying then is hard luck to the ordinary poor man, hard luck to the ordinary citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I heard the mumblings of some PNM supporters that most people don't wait for Carnival to start them costumes. Them costumes put down already. Put down for what? Mass in Miami, mass in Barbados, mass in Atlanta, but not mass in Trinidad and Tobago. And costumes put down, you say? Put down with what financing? The entertainment industry was given a one-off grant. You believe that? A one-off grant in 2 years, a meager 5,000. And we know the cry with these grants. Half have not received it as yet. Yet they are funding a taste of Carnival while our entertainers are suffering. That is if they even got the grant. On January the 16th, Randy Glasgow, CEO of Randy Glasgow Productions, called the concept of a safe zone carnival a premature, he said, at best, and irresponsible. Ladies and gentlemen, everything the PNM government does is premature and irresponsible. All their policies and legislations are premature and irresponsible and not people-centered. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts also had the audacity to say that they have yet to gauge the level of financial assistance that the National Carnival Commission and other stakeholders will be required to support. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, Carnival was not budgeted for. In other words, fellow supporters, there was no plan. Therefore, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Carnival 2022 was never budgeted for. The PNM needs to understand that you cannot bully your way to success or bully your way to completion of the highway, of Carnival, of the roadway Murga Tableland. Just like they couldn't bully their way to win the Tobago elections, but they have not learned their lesson as yet. They continue to bully us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But just this morning, the chairman of NCC had the gall to tell the nation that maybe 25 to 30 million would be allocated for this not safe zone, but fake zone carnival. Where is the 30 million coming from, I ask you? And where it's going? That is the question. Whose pocket would it go into? And what about our health infrastructure and its capacity to handle the negative consequences of this outbreak while struggling to handle the current situation? Would any foreigners even come to Trinidad and Tobago for a taste of carnival? What is the feasibility of producing and presenting events? What is the impact of the inflation rates? And what is the vaccination status of members of the carnival industry? Another way to discriminate and another way to hinder our entertainers from making a dollar, the ones that really need it. This clueless government has to be told what needs urgent attention in our country. And that is why it is a good thing we have the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar to hold them accountable, to point out their wrongdoings, and to tell them what is important to us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Like right now, we need social assistance for the vulnerable in our societies. We need to hear the cry of single mothers who cannot afford to buy milk for their children. We need jobs for the unemployed, for our young graduates. We need more jobs. OJT is not sufficient. Yes, we are thankful for the placements, but they cannot suffice what is going on with the unemployment rate. Salary negotiations, not just an announcement by the Minister of Finance, but we really need negotiations that deal with salaries that would give people a chance to survive in these current economic times. We need payment of our back pay and gratuities, especially the gratuities of those who have recently lost their jobs. I remember some time back, the Prime Minister, I don't like my money to sleep out. Why must persons wait for their gratuities? The normal man don't like his money to sleep out. In this current economic time, we cannot afford for our money to sleep out. We need our money. People have bills to pay, rent to pay, while Faris is a landlord, could hold strain. You're telling this small man to hold strain. How much strain can the small man hold again? And with active COVID-19 cases at approximately 20,000, and the Ministry of Health telling us about the Omicron variant, what are we really doing? And so I ask the question, who will benefit from this safe zone carnival? I thank you.